Welcome to the Dudley Muslim Association's Pride of Dudley project, an exciting vision to build a new central mosque and community enterprise centre in Dudley in the West Midlands. This presentation will focus primarily on providing an overview of the project's key features, the important funding requirements, and finally, details of how you can help to make this vision a reality. Dudley, with a population of over 300,000, is located in the Black Country, in close proximity to the UK's second largest city, Birmingham. It's a cosmopolitan town catering for people from a host of ethnic backgrounds and boasting first-class hospitals, a college and renowned art gallery. The town also has a well-regarded zoo, which, along with the castle and Grand Canal, and of course the Black Country Museum, make up its main tourist attractions. Over the last 20 years, as with most towns in the region, there's been a decline in manufacturing and associated industries. This, however, has been more than offset by the rise in service-related industries, which have grown by over a quarter in the same period. However, the fallout from the decline in manufacturing has hit the ethnic minority communities, and especially the Muslim community, very hard, as they tended to occupy these unskilled manual jobs. Today, Dudley is a thriving, forward-thinking town that continues to attract international companies, renew its infrastructure, and face up to its challenges with the support of all its communities. However, there remains much to do. The Dudley Muslim Association was established in 2002, in the aftermath of the terrible events of September the 11th, 2001. Its main intention was, and continues to be, one of bridging the gap between Muslim and non-Muslim communities. Their mission is to reintegrate those from the margins of the community back into the mainstream through education, advice and guidance. Their strategy to realise these aims is to promote community harmony through mutual understanding and work towards a more culturally inclusive society. And in this, they're taking the lead nationally. Based at Northgate House, High Street, in the heart of Dudley, they're a non-profit organisation whose intention is to provide all its facilities and services free of charge where possible. It's their intention that the new Enterprise Centre be open and accessible to everyone, regardless of race, faith, disability or economic status. Linked to the new mosque, it'll be built on a 2-acre site in the heart of the town, a site exchanged with Dudley Council for existing land owned by the association. It's truly a building for the 21st century, designed to blend in with the town's historical and multi-ethnic facets, as well as its architectural heritage. The community has outgrown the existing mosque and its facilities at Castle Hill. This has left it unable to meet its needs satisfactorily or to implement the kind of developments the new facility would allow. For over a quarter of a century, these facilities have sufficed, but with the growing alienation of their young people and a lack of adequate care facilities for their elderly, relocating to this new development has become all the more necessary and urgent. The new mosque will contain a host of facilities, including a main reception and office, separate male and female ablutions, main prayer hall, female prayer hall, viewing gallery and overspill for the main prayer hall, as well as an extensive library. The intention of the association is for the mosque to be entirely funded from within the Muslim community, who, despite being small in number and suffering from high levels of unemployment, have consistently supported such projects. However, with a target of £5 million, an appeal for help will be made to the UK Muslim community and the wider Muslim world. After the tragic events of September the 11th, 2001, and the wider media attention to events that affect the Muslim community, the need to provide education, advice and guidance so that these young people do not feel misinformed and pushed to the margins of society has become all the more pressing. If they're marginalised, it leaves them vulnerable to outside influences and held in suspicion by the majority. The association wishes to bring them back from the margins to the mainstream and help to reorientate them towards better education and valued citizenship. Importantly, the new mosque will also have facilities for interaction between Muslims and other faith communities in the borough. This will help to overcome misconceptions, promote better understanding amongst communities, and improve race relations in Dudley. There are over 7,000 Muslims in Dudley, the largest ethnic minority group in the borough. The majority resides in the St Thomas's ward, which according to the government's Indices of Deprivation 2000 is amongst the highest 10% of wards in terms of intensity of deprivation out of nearly 8,500 throughout the UK. As a result, the Muslim community suffers from very high levels of social and economic deprivation, unemployment and illiteracy in both their mother tongue and English. There are also high levels of such diseases as diabetes, heart disease, TB and infant mortality. There are also low levels of achievement amongst their young people, whose involvement in the crime figures is growing worryingly. There's also a lack of participation in community activities, especially by women and young people. In particular, they've continually failed to take up their share of available resources, and as a result play a less active role in the community. The association believes that they have an enormous and valuable range of skills to contribute, but they're often held back by cultural and linguistic factors. Besides addressing these problems, the centre will also provide opportunities to engage with others from different backgrounds in a safe and inclusive way, together with English and heritage languages and skills classes for everyone. By doing all of this, the association hopes to increase their chances of employment and enable them to become more articulate. It's also their hope that they can empower them to take up the resources available to them and theirs by right. The focus of the centre will be on 4 interlinked themes. These are education and empowerment, employment and enterprise, environmental renewal, and citizenship and cohesion. Consequently, there will be skills training and basic educational courses, initiatives to address underachievement, alienation and unemployment, as well as a cultural and practical focus on issues of identity and citizenship. There'll also be a full range of sport and recreation facilities. The intention is to support these ambitions through active partnerships with local educational, business and civic institutions. Specifically, the centre will contain community rooms, a new state-of-the-art sports hall and fitness suite, exhibition halls, classrooms, workshops, conference facilities, quiet areas, library and a modern creche staffed by fully qualified professionals for young people with families who wish to use the centre. Clearly, there's something for everyone. Besides the facilities for young people, there'll be many that meet the needs of women and senior citizens. For women, there'll be separate facilities and educational opportunities, including language courses. For senior citizens who at present have inadequate and inappropriate facilities at the current Castle Hill site, there'll be daycare facilities, information on health matters, and advice on welfare benefit and other available resources. There'll also be access to certain types of healthcare on site, such as chiropody, physiotherapy, and other personal assistance services. Some of the facilities planned for the centre will appeal to a wide cross-section of age groups who will be keen to benefit from the tuition and facilities provided, including acquiring or extending knowledge and skills in IT and crafts. In addition, there'll be excellent parking facilities and transport links, as well as a small yet beautifully landscaped garden. The Dudley Muslim Association hopes that this exciting new initiative will create a real and vibrant multicultural setting. They firmly believe that this is Dudley Muslims' gift to a community that they feel an integral part of. It further demonstrates that the Muslim community values partnerships and is fully committed to building and maintaining relationships across faiths. It's also why a sense of openness has informed all discussions surrounding the planning of this project. The Dudley Muslim Association owns land in central Dudley that is prime for regeneration and the proposals of this project. As with any large-scale project, securing effective funding is crucial to making this vision a reality. The new centre will cost in the region of £10 million, and that is the target. It's a large sum of money, and it'll take a great deal of effort to raise. Approaches have and will be made to the European Regional Development Fund, Advantage West Midlands, the Community Fund and Sport England. The Muslim community also owns land and property holdings to an approximate value of £1 million, which will be used as match funding to mainstream funders. Applications to charities and trusts will also be made. It remains an irony that despite the area the association intends to serve being amongst the most deprived 10% of wards in the UK, Dudley often misses out on main government funding because of its general position on the needs index. However, their efforts demonstrate how committed the association is to realising its ambitions to provide a superb new enterprise centre for the whole community. It'll continue to work tirelessly until its efforts bear fruit. The Pride of Dudley project is ambitious, but any project of this nature would have to include all the elements this one displays. It must provide real economic and social advantage for all the citizens of Dudley, ensure that it's a worthy addition to the town's architectural heritage, and finally, offer a dynamic and vibrant meeting place, boasting a wide range of facilities for everyone. Dudley's Muslims are striving to build a better future for their own community and all the citizens of Dudley. Their ultimate ambition is to give something back to the town in order to encourage and foster mutual respect between all members of the community, leading, it's hoped, to a more inclusive and cohesive society. The Dudley Muslim Association would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation on the proposed new mosque and community enterprise centre. The current global situation lends a greater sense of urgency to the undertaking and completion of this project at the earliest opportunity. The association hope that you've enjoyed this presentation and that you'll be able to assist in whatever way you can with this iconic project. Thank you.